Hey, hey, universe and mining family. Grab your shovels and your pickaxes. Welcome to the show. I'm Nemesis, and of course, I'm not your babysitter. Do your own research, but let's dig in. Yo, Crypto Nation! What's going on, mining family and universe? Yo! So, if you hadn't catched my last video, I was installing Ubuntu on my 13-year-old PC. It worked. Yo! So, did come into a small little snafu though. Just a small one. Not overly a problem for me. Some people, this might be an issue. So, let's see here. Let me give you an overview here. So there is my 13-year-old PC, guys. So loaded up Ubuntu onto it, running perfectly. Had no issues with it. Up until I decided to install the new drivers onto. Let me make sure here. Hold on a second, guys. But yeah. So whenever I went to go load up the drivers from Sapphire, because they've got a special EPIC boosted drivers for their Grin Miner. So this is the RX 570 16 gigabyte Grin Miner, guys. So I want to test this on Ubuntu. I want to have all the right drivers so that I can see this thing in action, guys. I want to see what the driver, what each one of the BIOS does on this, and see how much hash power I can get out of this pig. So preliminary testing, it looks like this thing hits just as hard as my 1080 Ti on Grin, which is an 11 gigabyte variant. So I've got a little benchmark on NVIDIA's side to test this against to see if this is better or just as good. Either way, I think that whenever I'm comparing it against my 1080 Ti, this will give Sapphire some good info coming back to them, so that they have a good comparison against their counterpart NVIDIA. So yo, I've got a solid state hard drive and a copy of Ubuntu. So let's dig right on into this, guys. Oh yeah. So the big reason why that my 13-year-old PC didn't want to work was that the CPU doesn't, I think, support the virtualization. I think my man Crypto McKell was trying to explain this to me. He's a little bit more familiar with it than I am. I'm hardware. Software is something where I'm still learning. I mean, I'm not afraid to say it, guys. I am learning, and I'm learning in a hurry. So this is my second attempt of installing Ubuntu onto a different computer. But the problem that I was actually having here was, let me switch over to, is it this one? No, I need this one. Yeah. So let me get this up out of my way now. So if you come down into here, this is my CPU, and you see how Hive OS has AES written in green here? This is what I need on my CPU in order to run the newer drivers. So I had to scrap my 13-year-old PC, unfortunately, guys. Not a big issue. No biggie, guys. Yo. So we're gonna go ahead, fire this thing up on Linux. So I'm going to get this thing up and coming and going, and let's do this. Yo. Nope, I don't need that one. And yeah, there we go. So let's go ahead and start digging into this, guys. First thing I got to do, of course, is power everything down. Gonna go ahead and turn this thing down, and man, this one fan just is making a whole lot of noise. I gotta do a fan replacement. Woo! So we're gonna go ahead and just disconnect all the risers off of this. way I turned it into a proper test bench with only one graphics card on here. Alright, this is my GPU in slot 1, so I can go ahead and unplug all this good stuff. A little toasty. And let's go ahead and unbolt this thing up. Pull this out the way. Get this over here. Alright. So this here is Hive. So I'm going to put this with my GPU that I just took off, because if you see, guys, same color. So I don't want to mix these up. Go ahead and plug this bad boy in. And now I need a mouse. Come on, mouse. Here we go. Nice and neatly kind of slide this right through. Alright, that's all plugged in. Let's get my 16 gigabyte grin miner on here. Bam. Just like that. Alright, plug this bad boy in. Yeah. Alright, so, and then make sure that I got a monitor plugged into this card now. And then I need a keyboard, which I got right here. I tried to be a little collected on this one. I need my hard drive on here now. Oop. So I've got a place to download everything into, so let me... Underneath on the back side of this board here, there's a place to plug in the hard drive. Alright, there's that. Still some SATA power from somewhere, so we're too short. You're big enough. Let me borrow you for a second here, guy. Alright. Plug this in. Now my hard drive's got a little bit of power. Alright, so it looks like everything should be good enough to power up. Alright. Power up. Alright, so now I can swing you guys right to here. Of course, what did I do wrong? I bet you it just reverted back to the original settings. Oh, I hate when it does this. Come on, focus in. Alright, there we go. Okay, so I decided to just boot it into my hard drive. So I'm gonna have to go back into the BIOS so you guys get to watch this. So if you've already got it installed on onto the hard drive with Ubuntu, and you know you got you broke the drivers or if there's something else, I would do a clean install on this. And the only way to do it is you got to go into BIOS and force it to go into the USB first. And then whenever you're going into the BIOS, you just press F2 as it's booting up. Alright, there we go. Yo! So, now, go to boot, and as you see here, it's wanting to boot option number 1 because I got the hard drive in. It automatically detects it, so I gotta go into here and I want to boot from here so I can do a new install on this. You come to exit, save changes, and exit. It's gonna say yes, save this, of course. It's gonna boot down, and then when it boots back up, it's gonna be looking into the USB where I've got my Ubuntu on. And it'll boot up from there. See, it's already in the boot screen. So awesome. All right. All right, so come on. As it's booting up. Yo! Install. Yes. Continue. And whenever you're installing this for the first time, also make sure you got your Ethernet connected. This way it can do the updates as it's installing. Makes life easier. Alright. Erase this. You know what? I want to erase the disk. You know what? I'll just do it this way. Install. Continue. Alright, we're gonna now it's just going to be test. Oops. I hate when I do that. Didn't have the number lock on. Oops. Password garbage. Just there we go. All right, so just like that, guys, that's pretty much the install in a nutshell. There's a few other things you want to do whenever you're After you're done installing on this, you know, you're going to have to manually download the drivers, and it's a little different than downloading drivers in Windows, of course, because you basically got to go line by line and tell it what to do. Where Windows, you just click it and it just starts thinking for you. So this does have a little bit of thought process that you're going to have to utilize with this. So if you guys have any questions, definitely just jump onto my Discord. There are plenty of people on there that we all are familiar enough with Linux that we can certainly help you through any kind of issues you may have. Alright, so just configuring everything. Da-da-da-da. Alright, it's installing everything now. Come on. Configuring the hardware. I don't care. Come on. Updating everything. Almost. So close. Trying to get this stuff to download faster, or you just cannot bypass this process. Okay, so it wants me to restart it now. We certainly shall. Alright, so it wants me to remove the USB. Alright, just like this. And hit enter. Boom. Now it's finalizing the download. Stupid computer. There we go. Bam. Ooh, what's new? What do we have here? What's all that weird stuff? Alright. Next. Next. Alright, done. Alright, so first thing I'll do is I'm gonna remove that. And then this is where all your applications are. And the first thing you need to make sure you do have over here in your favorites is your terminal. So add to favorites. Boom. This is your your lifeblood right here. So this is where update Software updater, huh? Yes, install now. Sure. All right. Just doing all this. Come on. While you guys are watching here, definitely, if you haven't done it, smash that like button, guys. Yo. And hit the, hit the subscribe if you haven't. Hit the bell notifications. If you know anybody that this might be helpful to, share this with them. Direct them towards me. We might be able to help them out with any of their, software and hardware issues. Yo, want to make sure everybody gets leveled up around here. Mm-hmm. Alright. And sure, let's restart now. Boom. Oh, I can already tell it's going to be blurry whenever it boots up. Of course, yeah. You're going to be all... Oh, wow, look at that. It played nice. Wow. I love it. All right, so let's get into where I actually failed on this rig the first time. So let's get the keyboard in my lap. Let's get my mouse over here so I can get to work. So we're going to try hold on here. Let me open this up real fast because I gotta get what it is that I'm looking for off of my other computer, of course. EPIC. Okay. EPIC. Of course, you're gonna be like that. Okay, that's fine. All right. Here we go. And of course, you want to do everything that they are saying. Because of course, it's Linux, guys. So, this is the install for the ROCm driver, which is Sapphire's boosted driver for this. So, we are going to just line for line do everything. And then it should just install good on this one. That's my hope, at least. So, let's go ahead and put this bad boy right over here. And copy, paste, and enter. Then of course you gotta enter your password, of course. And even if you just update it, you still have to do all of the same stuff, so. Oops. Just upgrade, excellent, and boom. All right, let's go ahead and we're just gonna make it like that. Make things a little nicer for you guys. So that's done. Next step, which will be paste and enter. Yes, and enter. Let it finish doing its thing. Sudo boot. Yes. All right. There we go. Boom. Make your focus in over there. Alright, so. And yeah. Oop. Perfect. And then it just brings you right back to where you were. Get that back up here. And enter. Oop. I need my password again. Okay. What's nice, Mikkel actually told me this one, whenever you got it here and you don't want to keep typing or pasting, you can go like this and we'll go through sudo app update. And that's my next command on this. Okay. Paste and enter. Yes, enter. As you can see, it's doing stuff. Let it do its thing because it's downloading the drivers now, I believe, and installing everything. All right. If you guys got any questions during any of these processes or you get hung up, certainly drop a comment, come on to my Discord. I have links to my Discord down below. So if you guys are interested, come on in, join the party. All right. Okay. And copy, paste, and enter. I hope that's not an issue. Sudo reboot. Come on. Restore my session, yes. Okay, so now we got to check to make sure that it went through okay, I guess. Oh, yo! It went through, it looks like. Okay. My notepad is not that good. Copy. Paste, and fingers crossed. All right, I think this worked. Yo, so it looks like this worked. Yo. So, looks like we have some testing purposes. I hope that all of you guys stay tuned for tomorrow. I might do this as a live broadcast, guys. So, bam. So I hope you guys found this very informative. Little walkthrough tutorial, how to set up the AMD driver. This is how pretty much downloading anything works. So as you see, it's a couple little extra steps that you would not normally see on Windows. So a little bit extra steps, but seems to work pretty nicely. I have no issues running this. Tomorrow, we're gonna see how well this mines. We're gonna find out if these drivers really took the right way. So we'll definitely be finding all that out. Stay tuned, and like always, I will see you guys on the next one.